We have this opportunity that we wouldn't have had years ago to ship a game and then really collaborate with people outside the studio to figure out, like, what is the best version of that?
Honestly, yeah, like we're building something the community has been asking for, and it's accumulation of everything that we believe the game needs to be.
The upside to that is we're not holding anything back.
All the feedback we've heard for the last year is, this is it, it's in Forsaken.
We want this release to have a different tone and a different vibe.
We sort of just embrace that Western revenge vibe.
You're going to a darker place. You're going to take on a different role as a Guardian.
A barren landscape with like the asteroid vibe with like tumbleweeds. And I mean, that just sounded cool.
Grit, man. I want to bring the dirt back.
And what better way to start a story than to start it with a prison break?
Right.
Cade's been filling this prison with bad guys that are really bad. And so when it breaks, things can happen to all the world.
First place you're going to go to is the Tangled Shore, which is a new part of the reef that you've never seen before.
That's right, my friend.
It's a collection of lashed together asteroids and rocks out in the asteroid
It's
belt.
very otherworldly, and it's full of
pirates and assassins and
bad guys.
It's become a lawless place. It truly is a frontier. It's completely taken over.
The most malevolent force there is the Scorn. They're very aggressive. They're always going to charge and push you.
The Barons are the top dogs in the Scorn, and each one has gone back and like committed nefarious crimes.
I think of it as the reverse Magnificent Seven, like the worst of the worst criminals. You are hunting down these different Barons. In fact, they're called Baron hunts. So one Baron is a sniper, and you have a sniper versus sniper battle with them. Another Baron is this big, giant, hulking melee character.
One of the things we're most excited about is the new weapon system.
Hey, if you like Destiny 2, great, play that way. But if you like Destiny 1, great, play that way. But if you're crazy, why not 3 shotguns, right? Just for the fun of it.
We need to have as many ways as possible, and then we need to have people fighting about it. Like, no, man, you f***ed up, you're taking the wrong weapons, or can I say
So randomables are coming back. Every single weapon is going to feel different when it drops. And we're improving the mod system, so you can customize your weapon the way you want it.
We've got a whole new masterwork style system coming together where you actually are able to kind of move your levels up over time. And so there's investment back on the weapons again. New supers, yeah, crazy new supers.
What's your favorite?
Fire knives are awesome, which is a different take on Golden Gun.
We took a lot of inspiration from Rise of Iron, cast that thing. You got a huge hammer now, and you slam that thing down, and it sends out this fire in front of you that then creates a fire tornado. We gotta take it to the next level, you know?
The idea that anyone who plays, however they play, they're gonna have some new way to engage.
Yeah.
I'm in love with the new Void Warlock. Teleportation that's like super anime, just like
We've been having great games with the Arc Warlock.
Basically cast this thing, he pulls back. Yeah, and it's gonna break the game, and I think that's amazing, yeah. You know?
We also wanted a new weapon type that felt meaningful, so we came up with a bow and arrow, which seems kind of crazy, but when you use it, you feel like godlike.
It is utilitarian, it's fantastical, it's also sci-fi.
So we have a short range bow, we have a medium range bow, we have a long range bow. We built this guy, which is like supposed to be super techie.
You're like, why would you ever choose a bow in a game that has an automatic, machine gun? But boy, it's deadly.
I mean, that's a nice machine gun you got there, buddy, but right, and then it's done.
The biggest thing for me going into production on this game was like a new way to play, a new thing to do that like is new to Destiny.
Let's see what we've got.
We want to be able to give players what they want, but also surprise them.
Gambit is a brand new mode.
Destiny begs to marry PvE and PvP together.
It's like adding bacon to peanut butter and jelly.
You start off being able to see the other team that you're going to compete against, so you can taunt each other, you can emote.
Each team is in their own separate arena, and they're being assaulted by combatants.
They're dropping motes for you to collect, you bank them.
When you put them in your bank, you're going to send a blocker over to the other side. That locks their bank down. They can't put motes into it until they take out that blocker. Filling up your bank with the motes is how you summon your primeval. You burn it down, that's it, round's over. The interesting part is that we allow one person from your team to go over to the other side and physically invade. I mean, I've seen people that just hate PvP. Like, the first time they invade, and they get multiple kills, they'll come back and they'll be like, suck it! It's awesome.
We leave the raid team alone. I mean, if you can't tell, like, we just kind of let them do their own thing. But
We have Joe over there.
For this next raid, we wanted to get back to the epic adventure where you're going out to slay a big monster again. This raid has more bosses than any raid we've ever had before, and we're really excited to get players in there.
The raid is actually about more than just the raid. It's about the dreaming city, the place that the raid exists. And it's an in-game destination that we've never done before.
It's the awoken homeland.
I could talk about the dreaming city for hours. It's like if the Vault of Glass and Dreadnought had a baby.
If they were like twins.
Or yeah, that's actually more accurate.
Yeah, they're like twins.
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you
yeah.
had twins,
Yeah.
and then you took those twins and you put them on the doorstep of Peter Jackson, raised them as his own, and then that's the dreaming city.
It is magical and weird and mysterious.
It's designed to be a destination that has puzzles that you need to solve.
A lot of hidden corners, lots of passageways that might not seem to exist the first time.
And the raiders, they affect this destination. They change it for everyone.
It's like this cyclical endgame place where there's just secrets and different activities that unveil over time.
So the dreaming city that you see at launch is not going to be the same dreaming city 2-3 weeks later.
So with every design decision we've made for the Forsaken, like the first thing we ask is how will the community react to this?
Players want their investment in Destiny to matter, and they want to be able to see that reflected in the content.
We knew we wanted to do something for the collectors in our game, so we built a feature called the Collections. It's a way for you to track all the items that you can go out and acquire.
There's so much gear in our game. There are 2,000 items you can get. Go get them.
You can look at sets and you can say, I haven't filled out this set. What do I have to do to go get it?
If I want to find like how many guns in the world, I can actually go look now.
We also had a triumphs thing, which is just acknowledging your achievement.
It like ties into records, it ties into lore.
It's a thing that can help you drive like, hey, I want to do that. And if I do those things, I can get a title. Like I can have a title floating over my name that says that I'm a god or whatever. Not me, but like you.
We want Forsaken to feel like a game that never ends. So we're going to reinforce the hobby and make the experience something that can be played night over night.
We're changing the weapon slots. We're changing how the pursuits work. We're adding new features like the collections and the triumphs. We built Gambit.
We've got a whole bunch of new weapons to chase, exotics that are really powerful.
We have Lisa focusing on some sweet new exotic armor. Maybe we gone overboard, like dialed it too high.
Ore to go out there and collect in the world, exotic armor pieces to go out there and hunt.
We're working on armor perks, random rolls, new mod system, new subclass paths.
We're making Forsaken for people who love Destiny.
Making a game that we can all love. That is the goal. That's what we're going to constantly be pushing towards, always.
Everything we're building is through that lens.
How's it going, guys? Fade here, and did you guys see that trailer? Doesn't it look fucking dope? I mean, am I the only one who's excited for Destiny again? Probably not, but this is definitely the Taken King of Destiny 2. I mean, I really hope it delivers. You can really tell there's a lot of passion behind this project, and I hope they deliver with every ounce of passion, because for the past fucking year, Destiny 2 has been a fucking joke. Let's be honest. Visually, the gameplay itself looks visually appealing. It's absolutely beautiful. I forgot how good Bungie was at making their games look gorgeous. And while we're on the topic of visuals, those new subclasses, that looks pretty fucking dope. I mean, the Warlock being able to teleport left and right, and also got that arc beam, and we got the Hunter with the fire knives and the fucking giant hammer, which is really just an upgraded Hammer of Soul. I'm not too excited for the Titans. Never been a big Titan fan in the first place, to be honest, though. Which also brings me a kind of another question is, will there be more subclass customization per subclass, you know, per Void and Arc and Solar? And like different abilities and supercharges for all of them? Because that would be pretty dope. I hope it's not just the ones that they showcased here. Otherwise, that kind of be a little bit of a letdown, honestly, from what we've seen in this trailer that they could do. And also the new enemy, the Scorn. How do you guys feel about that? I mean, do you think it's just another Fallen variant that is just not really anything new, not really a big threat, or do you think it's going to be something completely different? I know it's definitely a variation of the Fallen. I mean, you can obviously tell. Not too creative, Bungie, but do you think they'll play different? Do you think they'll actually, you know, feel different as an enemy? Because I really am hoping so. We also got a brand new look at the new multiplayer system, the PvPvE Gambit mode, which really looks like a lot of fun. I mean, I was never a huge fan of Destiny's PvP before, just because of my own reasons, I guess. I felt it was a little bit unbalanced and didn't feel like it cohesively went together. That's all in my opinion, though. And just felt more so like another grind, like for the Osiris and the Trials of the 9 gear that I wanted. I had to do it because multiplayer had me do it. But Gambit, on the other hand, looks like it could bring competitive Destiny PvP to a different field. Like, you know, being the enemy being the main focus here, and also having to deal with players and like competing against them in a more of a point-based system rather than directly fighting them. And then having that chance to actually go over there into the enemy player zone and fight them that way looks super sick. I like that concept a lot. I mean, when Halo, for example, I guess, brought Warzone and Halo 5 into the picture, which is like 16 versus 16 or something like crazy like that, I don't know. But with the focus being that you could either focus on enemies, enemy bosses, or you could be straight up big team battle, players versus player slayer. And the fact that they're bringing a concept kind of like that into Destiny, I'm stoked. That looks awesome. I was a big fan of Halo 5 Warzone, actually. I feel like I'm the only one. Please don't kill me. But this looks like it's pretty promising, and I'm actually really excited for Destiny's PvP this time around. And man, it looks like Destiny will be bringing back those epic moments once again. Felt like it was really lackluster when Destiny 2 came out, like when you're fighting, what the fuck is his name? Gull or some shit? I don't fucking remember. He's kind of forgettable in my opinion. The Prison Break, bringing back that epic feeling of, you know, you're coming here, you're a guardian, you're here to lay some shit down, you're here to kill some people. And that looks fucking dope. I've always loved the feeling that Destiny can bring when you're coming in as a guardian, falling off that ship into like a brand new raid, and you're here to take on whatever challenge there is. And just kick ass with the super dope ass fire team. And that's one thing that Destiny really landed that I loved, was being able to work on a fire team together and feeling like you're a part of this team, and actually like you all contribute some specific way, which just is awesome. Like in Vault of Glass, when you'd have that Titan bubble that was super useful. You had the Sunsinger Warlock that would come alive if, you know, some bullshit happened and come res everybody. And then you had the Hunters, obviously, with the Golden Gun that would do massive damage against Atheon. I mean, it's those moments that make Destiny feel truly epic, and I really hope they bring that back. And speaking of epicness, that bow that they presented in this trailer looks super sick. I can't wait to get my hands on it. I mean, I've always been a huge fan of archery. I love using a bow as my primary weapon in games. Give me the chance to, and I guarantee I'll pick it over anything else. It's kind of why I feel like I'm a hunter main here, is because of the Night Stalker class. So being able to have that bow all the time, can't fucking wait. That looks super fucking sick. And thank God they're actually giving us a new fucking raid for once. Because that Leviathan ship bullshit was a fucking joke. I mean, they try to do the raid layer things in which, you know, the next DLC expansion pack would bring you back there in some different area of it, but it's still the fucking Leviathan raid, and it was a poor excuse. Total bullshit. And so we're finally getting something new. Apparently it looks like it's going to be changing weekly, they say, which I hope it's not like, you know, the same way that the Leviathan raid changed weekly, and it was really just, you know, you started in a different room every single week, and more so that just caused more so confusion in my fire team, honestly. And I hope it's like, you know, actually different every week, as they say it is. I have high hopes for the Dreaming City. Overall, I really do have high hopes for this DLC. I really want it to do well because, I mean, Destiny was one of my favorite games to just pick up and play with friends, and Destiny 2 really just kind of shit on me. So, I mean, this DLC definitely looks like it's gonna bring me back into the game, and, you know, hopefully I can enjoy it, but I hope it lasts long and it's not just that one-time feeling. It's definitely giving me the Taken King vibes as far as its redemption factor. But, I don't know, who knows? I mean, this could be Destiny's best DLC yet. I really want it to. Probably won't be. Do I expect it to be perfect? No, not by any standards. This is Bungie here, so I know that we're gonna have some flaws here. But, you know, I'm super excited for September 4th, and if you guys are too, let's talk about it in the comment section below. Let's really have a conversation about this. If you like the content, feel free to drop a like, maybe even subscribe. That'd be awesome. I'm gonna try to drop these videos weekly, but I do have work and school to worry about, so sometimes that might get in the way, but overall, I hopefully should be hitting schedule, otherwise they might just be a little late. So, this is Fade, signing off. Peace.